Welcome to Gentle Restorative Yoga Blend. In this class, we'll be focusing on stretching and lengthening the muscles and opening the joints. We'll be doing some gentle work to begin with, and then we're going to move into some more restorative work as we go along. Today I have my belt or strap, which you don't have to have, but will be helpful for some of the stretches that we'll be doing. I've got some blocks, but you don't have to have blocks. You can use pillows, cushions, whatever you've got around the house. I've got some of that stuff here as well. Blankets, towels. We use these props when we do our restorative work to support the body, to allow us a deeper state of relaxation. We're going to start today in constructive rest. So we'll be lying on our backs. Let's keep our strap handy for this one, by the way. Knees bent, feet on the floor. I like my feet a little wider than my hips so that my knees will fall in and support each other if needed. Let's just relax into the floor. We can close our eyes for a moment. Bring awareness to our breath, using our breath as a tool to calm the mind. And as we become aware of the breath, let's become aware of the length of the inhale and the exhale. Let's begin to make those inhales and exhales somewhat equal. Now let's add a pause after each inhale and a pause after each exhale. And that pause will be the same length as the inhales and the exhales. It's like we imagine traveling around a square. Up one side to inhale, pause for the same length of time. Down the other side as we exhale, and pause across. And these pauses, they're just a light holding of the breath. They're not a clenching of the breath. They're not a bearing down. It's just very light and easy holding. The next time you finish breathing around your box, you can relax and breathe normally. Let's all take a deep inhale through the nose. Sigh it out. Sealing our lips and breathing in and out through the nose using our Ujjayi breath. Now if you have a strap or a belt, we're going to wrap it around the ball of the right foot. And we'll slide the left leg out, nice and long. We'll bring the right leg up, extend up toward the ceiling, and pull back down toward the chest. Let's inhale to press up, and exhale to draw it in. For 3. Really squeeze the air out when you pull down. 2. And 1. Let's bring it back up. If we're holding with a strap, we'll use both hands, we'll use the right hand on both sides of the strap. Left arm out to the side. If we don't have a strap, it's okay. We'll just bring our hand to our thigh. We're going to lower that right leg out to the side. Trying to keep our hips grounded and our shoulder blades grounded. We'll use our sinking breath here. Inhale. And when you exhale, you might find a little more release in that hip, opening up out to the side. As always, we work in the range that's comfortable for us. A couple more breaths here. Give the muscles and tendons a chance to release and relax. Now inhaling back up, take the strap or leg with the left hand, bringing the right arm out to the side. Inhale and exhale, coming across the body this time. Right leg crossing the left side of the body. Breathing and sinking. Keeping our shoulder blades down. A couple more breaths. Let's inhale back up. And draw that leg in, release the strap. We can slide the right leg out. We can draw the left leg in. If we have a strap, we'll wrap it around the ball. But if we don't have a strap, we're just going to grab the thigh, by the way. Standing up, inhale, exhale, drawing in. Inhale and exhale. For 3, 2, and 1. Bringing that left leg back up, we'll take both sides of the strap in the left hand, having the right arm come out to the side, keeping our shoulder blades down, trying to keep our hips down for this one. Inhale and exhale that left leg out to the side. Opening that hip, breathing and sinking deeper into it. Couple more breaths. Sinking breath, inhale, exhale deeper. Let's inhale, bring it back up. And bring the right hand either to the thigh or to the strap. Left arm out to the side, shoulder blades grounded. Inhale, exhale that left leg across the right side of the body, keeping the shoulder blades down. Breathe and sink. Inhale and exhale. On our next inhale, we'll come back up and release the strap. Put the strap aside for now. Let's bend our knees, plant our feet, and cross the right leg over the left leg. We'll let our legs fall to the left. Shoulders down, arms out, and we'll turn our heads to the right for a nice spinal twist here. Just let your body melt into this. Don't try to force it. Think about rolling onto your left hip. Let's inhale ourselves back to center. Uncross the right leg, plant it. Left leg over the right leg this time. Knees fall to the right, rolling onto the right hip. Head turning to the left. Again, just melting and relaxing into our spinal twist. We'll come back up, we'll uncross our legs. Next, I want to do a variation of pigeon, a supine variation of pigeon. I'm going to give you a couple of options here. One option would be to simply cross your right ankle over your left leg, keeping your right knee open, hanging out right here. Another option would be to put your foot on a block or a cushion to elevate it. Another option would be to grab your left thigh with both hands and hug that in. But I'm going to do another option altogether. I'm going to use my chair. So you have all these options available to you. I'll take my chair. I'll put a blanket on the seat for comfort. I'm going to kind of scoot up beside my chair and wrap my legs around it so that when I roll onto my back, my legs will roll up onto the chair. So I roll up, and here I am. Now from here I can cross my right ankle over my left leg, and I have that nice supine hip opening stretch. No effort. I'll just breathe here. Spend a minute or two just relaxing and opening up that hip. If you have a cloth you want to put over your eyes here, you can do that. Just have a little relaxation and rest. Let's uncross that right foot and put that right leg on the chair. Now we can cross the left ankle over the right leg, keeping that left knee open here. Coming into our supine pigeon on the other side. Couple more breaths here. Let's uncross our legs. We can roll onto one side, bringing our legs back down to the floor. We can just push our chair away or slide away from our chair. Coming back on our backs with our feet down. Drawing our heels close to our back side so that we can brush our fingertips against our heels ideally. Now, there's an option. We're going to do an articulating bridge. And there is an option to wrap your strap around the fronts of your feet for a little support here. This is not necessary, it's just, you might like it. Now we're going to inhale and peel the tailbone up and roll up the spine one vertebra at a time. You can come to straight hips or arched back, whichever works better for you today. As we exhale, we'll roll back down the spine. Try to imagine one vertebra at a time. So we're really articulating. Inhale to rise and peel up like we're unzipping a zipper. Exhale back down, zipping that zipper back up. 3 more times. For 2. And 1. And rolling back down. Put our strap aside. We can widen our feet so that our knees are falling inward. We're now swaying our legs from side to side. Then rolling onto one side and pressing ourselves up. Come to seated for Baddha Konasana. Bringing the soles of our feet together, we can have our heels about the length of one of our feet from our torso, or we can make it a gentler stretch by opening our legs further out, your choice. Let's grab our ankles today and stack our spine tall. Inhale to lift and lengthen, exhale to press forward and down. Keeping nice length in the spine. We might bring our elbows down to our inner thighs. We might gently press. Relax back up. Let's do shoelace pose now. Few options. You can keep your feet in Baddha Konasana if you like. You can come to any comfortable seat that you like with a cross. We can also stack our knees. I'm going to put my right knee on the bottom, my left knee on the top. Try to stack my knees and pull my heels back by my hips as much as I can. Do whatever feels comfortable for you, whatever cross of the legs. You can even just kneel. You can sit back in a hero pose or a thunderbolt pose if you like. Find an option. Inhale tall. Exhale, release and round over and sliding arms out to the side. Letting the head hang. For shoelace. Your arms are like shoelaces, just out to the side. Your spine is melting. Your chest is folding forward. Your head is hanging heavy. Now beginning to slide our hands back in, we can press ourselves back up. And if your legs are crossed in any way, we're just going to switch the cross. So I bring my left leg to the bottom, my right knee to the top. Pulling my heels back by my hips. Again, whatever leg position you like, fine with me. Inhale tall. Exhale, release, round over and slide fingertips out to the side. Melting the spine, folding chest to thighs. Head hanging heavy. And bringing our hands back in, we press ourselves up. Let's all straighten our legs out. Shake them out. Now let's come to hands and knees. And we'll just step the right foot forward, coming into low lunge. We can walk that left knee back. Then we'll bring the left side foot down with the toenails on the mat or floor. Come up into our low lunge. Let's bring our hands to heart center. Lift the chest, sink forward, get a little bit of quad opening here. Bring our hands to our third eye. Inhale to lift. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale up. Little back bend. Exhale, crunching forward. For 3. For 2, inhale up. Exhale, squeeze the air out. And 1. Step that front foot back. Bring the other leg forward, the left foot. Again, we'll uncurl those right toes and slide back so we have opening in the right side hip. Bring hands to heart center, lifting the spine. Getting a nice stretch here in our right leg, in our quads and hip flexors. Bring our mudra to our third eye. Inhale, lift. Exhale, scoop. Taking our back bend as we inhale. For 3. For 2. And 1. Let's bring our hands down to the mat. We'll step that left knee back. We'll slide our hands forward into puppy pose. Sinking the forehead down to the mat. Stacking hips over knees. Finding length in the spine. Now we're sliding our right hand under the chest across the body. Still pressing the chest down toward the floor. The right hand under the left arm for thread the needle. Stretching out the backs of our shoulders. Now sliding our right hand forward again. And then sliding our left hand under the body, across under the right arm, pressing the chest down toward the floor, threading the needle, stretching the backs of our shoulders. Now sliding the left hand forward again. Let's bring our big toes together. Let's walk our knees a little wider apart and then shift back onto our hips for child's pose. Sinking our hips to our heels. Tractioning our spines. Now walking our hands in toward our knees and sitting up. Curling our toes under. We can roll back onto the balls of our feet. As we inhale, we can straighten our legs, coming into forward fold. Letting the head hang heavy. With the right hand grabbing the left elbow, with the left hand grabbing the right elbow for ragdoll. Just dangling here. Feel free to nod your head or shake your head, releasing any tension from your neck. You can also sway our arms in and out or side to side. Maybe make a little figure eight with our arms as we swing them. Coming back to stillness. Perhaps finding that as we breathe, we can sink deeper into our fold. Now releasing our elbows, our fingertips can come down toward the floor. And on our next inhale, we'll come to a halfway lift, a flat back, bracing our hands on our shins, sliding our shoulder blades down the back toward our back hip pockets, keeping length in the spine, keeping the gaze for the most part down so that the neck can stay in line with the spine. We'll inhale and exhale back into forward fold. Now as we inhale, we'll sweep our arms up. Bring our hands to heart center, coming into mountain pose. Cocking the shoulders, stocking the spine. Grounding into our feet. Let's inhale to sweep up. Exhale through heart center. Inhale, rise. Exhale, heart center. Inhale to sweep up. Exhale. Inhale to sweep up. Now as we exhale to heart center, let's sink into a chair pose. Nice, comfortable chair. Pushing our hips back. Keeping length in our spines. Sliding the shoulder blades down the back. We'll flow through the chair a couple of times. Inhale, rise. Exhale through chair, through heart center. Inhale, rise. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, rise. Let's just come back to mountain here. Let's toe heel our feet in so that our big toes touch. There's just a tiny space between our heels. Inhale and exhale back into chair. This time we'll do an easy twist. Inhale, lengthening the spine. You may deepen your hinge a little bit in your hips. As we exhale, we'll turn to the right, perhaps hooking our left elbow over the right knee, pressing into that left palm. With each inhale, we try to lengthen the spine, finding more room to turn as we exhale. Relaxing back to center. You can inhale to rise. Exhale back to that deep chair. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, taking your turn to the left this time, perhaps hooking your elbow over the knee, pressing into the right hand. Using breath to extend the spine and deepen our twist. Relaxing back to center. Let's inhale to rise. Exhale back to heart center. Let's move down to the floor now to do some more restorative work. We're going to start today with Janu Shirshasana, that's head to knee pose. This is a pose we do on each side, so we'll be switching sides halfway through. A few options here. You can always sit on a blanket. Remember, in the restorative work, we hold the poses for several minutes, so things might become uncomfortable over a long period of time. Sometimes sitting on a blanket helps. I'm also going to put a rolled up towel under the knee that I'm stretching, the leg that I'm stretching, to support the knee so I don't lock out the knee over the course of the stretch. Now from here, you can either take a cushion or pillow. If you have a bolster at home, so much the better. You can put a bolster or pillow on end and lean into it this way. Or you can stack things up. Sometimes I stack it on the leg itself. Sometimes I stack it on the other leg. Sometimes I put it on the floor. So I like to play with it and feel whatever I feel like that day. So I'm going to go with on the floor today. And I'm going to raise it up so you can use as many and as much as you need to get a nice support. We want to have your spine fairly aligned in this. So you're not rounded over a whole lot. You're supported with a lengthened spine. So whatever you need to do that, putting it on your legs automatically gives you more height right away, of course. It's a lot of height. So, find an option. Whatever leg you have forward is fine. We'll just switch it in a few minutes. So we'll inhale nice and tall. We'll exhale and come forward. You can rest your head and settle in. This is a hamstring stretch, but it shouldn't feel terribly strong. It's the time that we hold it that gives us benefit. It gives the time for the muscles and the tendons and the ligaments to relax. To know that we're not forcing something, we're just easing into it. And in that time, things can release and let go and give us more length in the muscle, more openness in our joints. Pressing ourselves back up so we can switch sides. Extending the opposite leg, bringing foot to inner thigh. Option to bolster or put a towel under your knee. Gather our stuff. Inhale tall, exhale, release over. Try to let everything relax. Let your shoulder blades melt. Just sink into it. Now once again, we're pressing ourselves up. We'll go in the opposite direction for our next pose. We'll lie back for our next pose. We'll be doing a supported hero. We want to create a ramp to lie on, and depending on how much openness you want to find in your hips, you may make that ramp higher or lower. If it's challenging to lie back, you could even put your bolster against the wall or against a couch or something. stack up some stuff. To create my ramp. Now I need something to sit on as well to get my hips off the floor. And I can use a block or blanket. I can roll up a blanket, sit on this, or use a block. And again, this can be made higher if it needs to be higher so you're not crunching your knees too much. Now another option here would be to put towels under your ankles here so they don't get too stretched out as we go along. It's entirely up to you. So here's the setup, a ramp which can be as high as you need it to be, or again you could prop this against your wall or against your couch to make it almost upright entirely. That would be fine. We're going to ease ourselves back into our supported hero pose. We can close our eyes. We can relax our arms. We can turn our palms up. We could also put cushions or pillows under our hands, under our arms for support if we're kind of dangling. We do want everything to feel somewhat supported, somewhat grounded. before we leave this pose, let's take a moment and just bring your awareness to your heart center. And imagine drawing your breath into your heart center. And imagine the energy in your heart center. Let that energy spread through your body and fill you with a warm light. And now, deepening our breath, we can open our eyes and rise back up. Next, I'd like to do deer pose. Get a little twist in the torso with this one. You don't have to use any props for deer pose, but you can use a bolster or pillow to lie on. If you'd like to use the bolster or pillow, position it so that your head will be supported. I'm going to try it today without the bolster. I'll just put down my blanket. So, with or without bolster, we're going to sit sideways to our bolster or blanket, and we're going to turn the upper body. Try to lower the chest down. So the chest is facing the floor as much as possible. Now we're stacking our knees. We've got knees and hips bent at a right angle. We're going to slide the top leg back so that the knee of the top leg just touches the heel of the bottom leg. This is our deer pose. Let's just find our breath and settle in. Try to melt the torso and sink the chest down into the floor for support. Now planting our hands, we can press ourselves back up to switch sides. Turning with the other hip sideways to our bolster or support. Turn the body. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, sink down, trying to press the chest into the floor or bolster. Starting with our knees stacked, hips bent at a right angle, we'll slide that top leg back so that our bottom heel touches our top knee. And we'll sink into our deer pose. Now planting our hands, pressing ourselves up. If you use the bolster or pillow, you can put that aside. We're going to our final relaxation now. You can do either mountain brook or regular shavasana. If you'd like to do mountain brook, we can have a rolled up blanket under the knees, a rolled up blanket or towel under the lower back, and a rolled up towel under the neck, so everything's nice and supported. You can just take regular shavasana if you like. On your back, I'll do all the options for mountain brook. So I have this blanket. It's a soft, squishy blanket under my lower back. Blanket under my knees. Now the trick with the neck roll is that you can roll or unroll the towel as much as you need to find that nice amount of support in your neck. So you don't want it too big where you're forcing your chin into the air too much, but you can just find whatever amount of a roll here just gives you support. So the idea is that everything feels grounded, everything feels supported, either with or without the bolsters and blankets, whatever you like to use. Just begin to settle in. Let your body sink. Let your body melt into the floor and by extension into the earth. Feel that weight. And then come back into the awareness of your breath and follow those inhales and exhales deeper into your relaxation. You're welcome to stay in your relaxation pose for as long as you like. Whenever you're ready, we'll deepen our breath. We can rock our heads from side to side. We can wiggle our fingers and toes. We can circle our wrists and ankles in one direction and reverse direction. can bend our knees and plant our feet. If we have a lot of blankets and such, we can move those out of the way. And then roll onto one side with one hip stacked over the other, one shoulder stacked over the other. And then with as much ease as possible, pressing ourselves back up to our comfortable seat. Stacking the spine, packing the shoulders, bringing hands to heart center. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.